Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and peace and blessings unto the elect. Okay, what prompted me to do this particular lesson, which Lord willing, I'm gonna try to make it short and to the point, if the spirit say the same, was I was watching this Jake. I don't know his actual name, but I believe he's from Grenada, and the name of his YouTube page is Master Herbalist Patriarch. And I watched maybe one or two of his videos. He makes some pretty good videos. One particular video, he was going into the colon, constipation, and how constipation is derived from having a toxic colon, And I'm not going to go all into the science of health and the breakdown of the colon in this lesson, but after I got through watching that video, it just made me think of how much the so-called white man Esau, who is Esau according to the Bible, as we know, the ones that are in the know, okay, is the devil, and how he's a murderer, and how he's a liar. A goddamn liar, man. Okay, so what I wanted to do was, or what I'm going to do is offer this American Cancer Society. It's really facts and figures. It's off of that page, so you can get on. You can type in American Cancer Society cancer statistics or something to that effect. This is actually a PDF of 2018 cancer facts and figures, but it's from the American Cancer Society website. And I'm just going to bring out some information off of this website, and I'm going to hit some scriptures. And this is just, more energy going out, just pushing that the so-called white man has a lot to pay for. And like I mentioned, he is a murderer, he is a liar, and he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he fit the bill. He fits the bill according to the scriptures to be called so, because that's just what he is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. What I want to do, I'm gonna go down here to this part of the PDF file that I downloaded. It says basic cancer facts. What I want to do is, like I said, I'm not going to go into the breakdown of cancer and breaking down the colon, the breakdown of the colon. I just want to hit some points and bring out some scriptures to push out that Esau is a goddamn devil. So right here, it says, how many people alive today have ever had cancer? And it says right here, more than 15.5 million Americans with a history of cancer were alive on January the 1st, 2016. Some of these individuals were diagnosed recently and are still undergoing treatment, while most were diagnosed many years ago and have no current evidence of cancer. Then we jump down to here. It says, how many new cases and deaths are expected to occur in 2018? And it says about 1.7 million new cancer cases are expected to be diagnosed in 2018. And it says table 1, page 4. So they got a table. If you scroll down to page 4, that break down these statistics. But I'm going to keep reading. It says this estimate does not include carcinoma in situ, non-invasive cancer of any site expected urinary bladder, nor does it include basal cell or squamous cell skin cancers, because these are not required to be reported to cancer registries. It says table 2, page 5, so it has another table. If you scroll down to the page 5 of those statistics, it says provides estimated new cancer cases in 2018 by state. All right, and this is probably like the focal point of this lesson, to where I'm gonna bring out scriptures to filter through this information and and hit some points, make some points. Right here it says, let me blow this up a little bit. About 609,640 Americans are expected to die of cancer in 2018. So I'm just dealing with this year that we in 2018. I'm not even bringing up the statistics from prior years, but this is the amount of people that's expected to die from cancer. Now, the so-called white man, Esau, according to the Bible, he has set up a society, and I'm dealing with here in America, and he has also went around the world and set up societies, okay, that makes it conducive for you to eat foods, in particular GMO foods, but just processed foods and GMO foods that causes you to become toxic. And the first place that this stuff hits, these toxins from the food, is your colon, okay? And then your colon really feeds the organs in the blood of the body, okay? Whether you drinking something, whether you eating something. And majority of the common types of cancers, like colon cancer, breast cancer, lung cancer, these things or these type of cancers are derived from toxic colons. Okay, it's you have different parts of the colon. Okay, and this man has made societies, like I was saying, conducive. You can look that word conducive up. And some of the synonyms to the word conducive is opportune to, convenient, favorable. Or encourages. He has set up a society that is conducive to where you eat these bad foods, okay? And matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna Google. I'll come back to this. I'm gonna Google that word conducive and just bring out a rough definition of that word conducive. All right, so for this word conducive, this is what Google, just typed it into Google, and this is what it pulled up. It says making a certain situation or outcome likely or possible. And that's exactly what the so-called white man has done. He has set up this microwave convenient society to where you go and eat these terrible foods. He have fast food restaurants set up all over this place. Okay. The grocery store comprises of mainly wheat products, which that's how you stop up the colon and make the colon toxic. And it also is how you get clogged arteries from eating a horrible diet. Okay. Majority of if you go into your average grocery store, not like a Whole Food store or some type of health food store, or like Trader Joe's or Sprouts, or these different grocery stores that provide you with healthier foods, But your common grocery store, the bulk of what you get in there or what you can get are wheat-based products. They got a bread aisle, they got tortillas, bagels, and all these different type of processed breads from wheat. They got a cookie aisle, they got a cracker aisle, okay? They got all your condiments, your ketchup, your what is that? Salad dressings, okay? And many more items that are based upon wheat being processed by the for the wheat through the wheat industry, okay? It causes so you go in there and these are the cheaper foods. I'm talking about in these grocery stores. These are the cheaper foods. You go in there and when you on a budget and when you don't have knowledge of health, because they don't teach you about health in the public school system, you know, for the most part, they teach you here and there in grade school about that food pyramid, and you can take these classes about health, but they don't really teach you about the science, you know, the knowledge of how to keep a healthy body and the foods that you should eat. They really don't emphasize on that in this public school system, okay? And when you go off to, say, if you go to college, you have to take these certain courses about health, and they don't even teach you the correctness of health, you know? Because the so-called white man, according to the scriptures, is a liar, is a goddamn liar. So I'm gonna go back to that PDF file. All right, so reading on, like I said, I'm bring out this information, hit some points, and then I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. It says about 609,640 Americans are expected to die of cancer in 2018. And then it gives you another table on page 4 to look at some statistics, which translates to about 1,670 deaths per day. Now, like I was mentioning, you know, and I hate to be long-winded, he has set up his kingdom, you know, his empire, starting here in America, you know, to where it's favorable for you to go and trap yourself up into bad eating habits, which makes the colon toxic, which causes the majority of these, or I'll say the more common types of cancer. Okay, I mentioned a few of them. All right. People here in this country, America, have a terrible diet. People also around the world, they have in these other countries, certain other countries, you can do your research on it. They have terrible diets because the so-called white man has been at work pushing his way of life, which is death, upon. Okay. The reason why people here in America and around the world are developing these cancers is because of the so-called white man ruling in the way that he's been ruling, okay? Pushing his fast food chains and his restaurant chains here in America and all around the world on the people, making it convenient for you to go to eat fast food when you always on the move, ripping and running, trying to take care of his bullshit business that you got to take care of to stay in compliance in his kingdom, you know? Let me read on a little bit. It says, cancer is the second most common cause of death in the U.S., exceeded only by heart disease. And why are these people in America getting heart disease, have heart disease? Because of their terrible diets, okay? Because of their terrible diets, clogged arteries, okay? Heart diseases. So this man is intentionally murdering people He's really weaponized the food to where it's murdering people through cancers, through heart disease. But he act as if he was not to blame for this shit. He set this place up and is in authority, have the power and authority to set up this kingdom and put in it what he wants to have in it. He could have had it. He could set this place up. He could have set it up, but it's not in his nature. He wasn't set up to do this. But a righteous man was set up people to have their own land, to grow their own crops, have a trading system to where based upon what you grow or what you have on your farm, you can trade with your neighbor. Okay? And have the knowledge overflowing of how to stay healthy. Okay? Versus this world of debt that he has created, you know? And let's see, it says table 3, page 6 provides estimated cancer deaths by state in 2018. And that's all I'm gonna go into on that. Let me hit a few scriptures and I'm gonna close this lesson out. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yea also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarged his desire as hell. And this is referring to the so-called white man. Actually, let me start up at the 4th verse. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. That's the so-called white man. Esau, according to the Bible, or the Edomites. His soul which is lifted up, meaning he's proud, which the next verse express, is not upright. Okay? And the way that you are upright is by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments that are written in this Bible. Okay? He is against keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of this book. Okay? It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Verse 5, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as debt. And that's the part of this verse that I want to emphasize on, is that this man does, and it says he enlarged his desire as hell, meaning he goes around the world and brings bad conditions in the world. And is as debt. What does the so-called white man bring? He brings debt. Prime example is the so-called Native American Indians, which is the tribe of Gad and Reuben. Okay? They didn't even know of a common cold or the flu before the so-called white man got over here to the western side of this world. He brought smallpox, he brought diseases, he brought debt. Okay? He brought sickness. He brought filth. Okay? Took them away from a natural way of life and brought in debt. Okay? And if you look up the diet and the mental state of the so-called Native American Indians on these reservations, they have terrible diets because of the so-called white man has drained them of their resources, or took their resources and placed them on reservations, okay? And messed up their psychological state. And that's what this man is infamous for doing. It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And the point, like I said, I wanted to get out of this is that this man is as dead. He's not about life. He is about killing and murdering people on this planet, especially the Israelites. Because these are the people that are really being affected the most by this man has setting up this conducive society that we are given over to as far as what you eat. Okay, what you have access to. Like if you live in the inner city, or what the so-called white man calls the urban community, they don't have Whole Foods stores in the urban community. They don't have health food stores in nearby. Okay? They have corner stores and maybe a local grocery store in the area. All right? So from there, I'm going to go to St. John chapter 8 and verse 44. St. John chapter 8, verse 44, and it's just a particular point I want to bring out of this verse. It says, "Ye are of your father, the devil." This is referring to Israelites acting like the so-called, coming in the vibration and the energy of the so-called white man. It says, "And the lust of your father will ye do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him." This is referring to who? It's going all the way back to Cain, but the spirit that was in Cain is the same spirit that is in Esau, which is the father of the Edomites. Okay? And you have the Amalekites. If you read Genesis 36, start at the first verse and read that chapter. It tells you the different tribes within the nation of Edom. The tribe of Amalek, Salakia, is the top tribe, okay, of the Edomites. Okay, that's the first tribe that we had to, or that's the tribe that we had to encounter when we were trying to coming out of Egypt, trying to get in or getting into the promised land, the land of Canaan, which became Israel once we inhabited that land. Okay. We had to go to war with them. Okay. Because they didn't want to let us through to get to the promised land and set up there. All right. And these are the same bastards that are ruling pretty much this planet Earth, because they own the banking systems and they got everybody tied into their banking system. Okay. These are the people that are ruling. They're making things happen in the earth, and they create the trickle down effect. Okay. Or they have the power to have somebody affected down the line through a trickle down effect. Okay. They at the top, but at the very bottom, people are being affected by what they're doing at the very top in their rulership. Okay. So going back to this verse, it says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." Okay. The reason why people are getting cancer here in America, that's the second leading cause, what does it say right here? Cancer is the second most common cause of death in the U.S., the United States of America. Okay. This man is creating the favorable conditions for people to get cancer through their terrible diets. Okay. And it's really murder. This man he's weaponized food. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I was going to bring out Genesis, the 4th chapter, because that's what this verse is referring to about. He was a murderer from the beginning. It's talking about Cain killing his brother Abel. He murdered him. Well, not kill, he murdered his brother. Okay. So with that, this I hope this lesson was edifying and motivating, just to keep pushing that energy of exposing this man and bringing out all his wickedness that he's done in the earth. Talking about Esau, of course. and that he is going to be destroyed for his wickedness. The Most High hadn't forgot. Okay, you will pay and you will be destroyed, and you're gonna serve a very fucking harsh slavery. Okay, and then you're gonna be eradicated as a people, according to the book of Obadiah 1:18, for all your wickedness that you do on the earth, and there will be no need for you in the earth. You know, because you ain't nothing but a cancer in the earth. You cause cancer and you are a cancer in the earth. Be no more need for you after you serve your judgment. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the Spirit. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Shalom.